really want to go into detail with my fall makeup routine, my fall base routine and all that, because I just feel like it eats. I feel like I devoured with that base routine, and I think people need to see it, but in more detail, microscopic. I'm gonna be telling you all the makeup products I use, why, how, and all that. First, brows. I do my brows off camera because I'm not confident in my brows.
Come on, man.
I'm not confident in my brow routine yet. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but I'm not confident in my brow routine as of yet, because I feel like it changes every day. It changes every time I do my brows. All I know is I like my brows rounded. I like them soft, I like them rounded, and I do my best to get them like that every day. You never know. I could have brow blindness. I don't know, because I thought my brows looked good 2 years ago. I think they look good now, but we have to be cautious. We have to be cautious. I simply want to get them out the way. I don't want to do them at the end. When I'm done with my makeup, I want to be done with my makeup. I don't want to be doing brows at the end, so I do it first. And then I like to go in, I like to carve my eyebrows out, and I like to carve it out with the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. And I like this concealer because not only is it like super close to my skin tone, but it's super blendable, it's super creamy. One thing I hate is when I use concealer on my eyebrows or whatever to carve them out and the concealer is patchy, the concealer is dry, extra dry. It's super thick, like, that's a pet peeve. It's a pet peeve, so I like to use like a really light, super blendable concealer to cover my eyebrows. So I use this. And then I take this super small like blending brush. It's super small, it's super thin, you know. And I just blend it out. And I use it as an opportunity to like fix the mistakes I made on my brows, because there are mistakes. There are mistakes in these brows. So I like fix them. They look way neater. And because I like the look of like highlighted eyebrows, I like to go in with like the lighter shade too. This is in the shade Tan.
Bam. Oh, bop.
This is in the shade Tan, and the one I used before is in the shade Deep 14. So I like to take tan just a little bit at the corners right here. Like that. And then I blend that out. That's it for my eyebrows. When I become more confident in my eyebrow routine and the products I use or whatever, I'll do like a separate video. But for now, that's it. They look very nice. They look very clean and precise. They look like I just came from the salon, you know. And now let's talk about skin prep or whatever. I do this after I do my brows. I like to use moisturizer and I like to use a serum. That's it. That's it. That's all. And then I like to go in with a primer. I don't like a super heavy primer because I feel like it messes up the makeup a lot of the times. Don't quote me, but whatever. So I like to go in. This is my favorite, my absolute favorite. Like, I can eat this. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum Priming Face Serum. And I have two of them. I have this one in the shade Juice Boost, and I have the other one in the shade Main Squeeze or whatever. And I really like Juice Boost because it's like, she's a deep curly. She's a deep curly look. But yeah, this primer is super lightweight. It gives you that glow from within. It's glow from within approved. And it just makes your skin look so cute. It makes your skin look so nice. Like, I'm pretty sure you can wear this like by itself. Like, if you want to get this just to wear it without makeup, I'm pretty sure you can, because it looks very, God, it looks very pretty. I haven't seen anything like this. Like, it looks very, it's not glittery. It's not glittery. It's not like super greasy and shiny. It's just very glowy, you know, it's very youthful looking. After that, I like to go in and I like to cream contour or cream bronze, whatever you want to call it. This is like no foundation makeup look. I like foundations, I have foundations, whatever. But for everyday looks, I do not like the thought of putting foundation on at all. For any everyday look, whether it's summer everyday look, fall everyday look, whatever. All the everyday looks of the universe, I don't like the thought of putting on foundation. Like, I'll do a skin tint at most. Like, if I really have to do some covering a little covering, I like to do a skin tint. So yeah, but other than that, I'm gonna do a concealer only, no foundation look. So yeah, for cream contouring and bronze, I like to go on with the Thread Cover It Multi-Use Complexion Fluid in the shade Deep Warm 11. You can see. Thread is like one of my favorite drugstore. I don't know if it's called drugstore anymore. Is it still called drugstore? Oh, one of my favorite affordable makeup brands. Like, their products are just so nice. Their products are so nice and so blendable. And a little goes a long way, but I like to use a lot. So I put some on my cheeks like that. I like to go in like a downward angle. And I like to take a little bit on my jawline. A little bit. A little bit. A little bit. Then I like to take some on my forehead here. Just on these two little sides. I like to take a little bit underneath my mouth. And I like to create a little, because I already have one, but I like to make it a little, give it some boost, And then I go over my nose. This is how I contour my nose. I like to make a little angle down because I have like these little indents on the side of my nose. So I like to make them more prominent. Like that. And then I take a line across and connect those two lines. So now we have like a little half octagon. Have like a half octagon. And then I like to put a little at the top of my bridge. And then I connect it towards the middle in like a V. And that is my nose contour routine. That is it. I blend it out. So yeah, these are all the places I put the contour, the bronze, the cream bronze or whatever. And I blend this all out. And I like to blend it out with a brush. I like to blend it out with a brush. I'm using this Shani brush. I got this off Amazon. It's the M33 mineral powder blush. Looks like that. I just like how it's like kind of angled. It was kind of small, kind of angled. Very easy to blend. And then it's super dense, Perfect for cream bronzer. And then I blend it out and I start. I really don't have like a rhythm to where I start. Sometimes I start on the forehead, sometimes I start on the jaw. Usually I start on the jaw. Just to get this blended out. And we just blend and I blend and I blend and I blend till I can't blend anymore. Because I don't want to walk around and someone catches me from the side of my face and it looks like I got beat up. It looks like I got slapped. It looks like my face is dirty. Like, no, so we gotta keep blending. I don't like cool tone like contour and bronzer. I feel like it always makes me look weird. It makes me look weird, like going off my skin tone. I have a very like weird skin tone, like I don't know. And anytime I use something cool, like a cool contour or anything, I just look very, I want to say Michael Jackson-y, but I feel like that's disrespectful. So I look very ghostly, I don't know. So I like to keep it warm, so I really only bronze, really. But I just call it my contour. I call it my contour because it's the only thing I do, like. And I don't know why it sounds weird to say contour. I don't know why it sounds weird to bronze during the cold seasons. Like, I feel like it's like reserved for the summer. But also, it's like, what does it matter, I look like I just came from vacation to a volcano. So after that, I like to go in with concealer. Usually when I do my concealer first, I feel like my face looks very round. It looks very round and very like, not sharp, but not like how I like it. I like my face to look very sharp. I like to look like a feline cat. Learn what your contour first changes. How it's gonna look is it changes how you're gonna blend. So it's gonna change how your makeup is gonna look, Concealer I like to use, this is my favorite concealer. My ultimate favorite concealer is an affordable concealer. It's an e.l.f. concealer. It's the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. The one with the white top, not the black top. And I like to use it in two shades. This is like my signature shade. It's a warm tan walnut. It's a neutral shade. It's a neutral shade. And then I like to go in and I like to make my concealer a little brighter with the shade. What is this shade?
A few moments later.
So I like to go in with medium neutral. These two together. These two together. You see? The best combo. the best concealer, the best affordable concealer, the best tones and shades you could ever find, the best formula. I like to go in crazy with the concealer. So I go down my nose. Yes, I'm going over my nose ring. I like to go down the side of my nose like that, whatever, and then I like to spread it out. And then I take a little bit and I just make it go up like that. Doing this is gonna make your highlight be snatched up. You're gonna look like a Victoria's Secret model, trust me, trust me. 2 dots each side. Some down here, a little. And then I like to take a little bit and dot it down the bridge of my nose, stopping where that V stopped from the contour with the lighter one. And we're just gonna go on the inner corner because this is the part I want to be highlighted. This inner corner part only. So I just put it there. So yeah, this is the highlight. This is the highlight routine, whatever. And then we blend this all out. This is the Junico microfiber sponge. She's very soft. She's very cute. And I forgot which one the purple one was, but it's the purple one. I think each color has like a different texture. Not texture. I think each color has a different like softness to it. I don't know if the purple is extra soft or what, but I have the purple one. I also have a green one and I have a blue one. I don't know. I forgot what the colors mean. It's the purple one. It's the purple one. But yeah, this is the best sponge ever. Like, if you're not doing your concealer like this, that's probably why you look like Humpty Dumpty when you do your makeup. If we're being honest. And you can't be afraid to look like a vulture or an owl. You see, I'm giving very owl energy. Like, I look like a reverse raccoon or owl. You can't be scared of that. Do not be scared of that. The more crazy you look while you do your makeup, the better it looks after.
What?
Where's the wisdom? Okay, and as for the nose, I like to take a little angle brush. You see this? You see this? It's like very skinny. It's very skinny. You can get right up in there. And we want to blend this down. Just because we want to keep this nose highlight sharp, we don't want to get it all over the base. I like to go back in with the brush I used to do my nose contour. And I like to just re-blend. Okay, so after blending for what feels like a decade and going back and forth with my brushes and stuff, making sure my contour and my highlight is very mixed in and blended and doesn't have really harsh lines. So you want to go back in with that brush that you use for bronzer, go back in with that. And just go in between the lines of your contour and highlight. Just to bring it back to life. Just to bring it back to life so you won't look as crazy. I like to take the little concealer residue that's on the sponge. And then I like to go on my forehead just a little bit. Like in between my brows. And then like just make a little horizon. A little horizon on the forehead. Not super huge. Not super huge. Well, depending on how big your forehead is. See that harsh line here? Go in. Just blend. Blend around. That jawline. Blend. I feel like doing this adds dimension to your blush. It's like it changes it slightly, but it's there and it looks very cute. It's like art. It's art. I like to go in with the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Love. It's my favorite shade. Out of the whole collection, my favorite shade. I like to take a brush like this. This brush is by a brand called, I don't even know what it is. Leon G, whatever. It's from Amazon. But they're like wooden brushes. That's the only reason I got them, because they look super cool. Super cool and wooden. But this brush in particular, I don't know what this brush was intended for. Probably like a little powder brush. But it's like angled. She's fluffy. But she's super small and dense, you know. And I take this brush. It's perfect for this. It's perfect for liquid blushes. Liquid anything, but liquid blushes in particular. And I like to go in. I like to tap. Tap. Do not swipe. Tap it in. Tap it in. And I like to go like right underneath I like to go right underneath that concealer, but right on top of the contour, just in between, right in between that line. And I go and tap and blend. Then we're gonna go back in with the same sponge. Blend the concealer out a little. Just to get rid of any settling that happened, any lines or anything, any creasing. It's the Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Hybrid Powder Foundation. It's in the shade 312. She's super bright. Really matching the concealer here. So I like to go in and make sure no lines. Make sure there's no lines like that. And then I take a sponge, a dry triangle sponge, or whatever you use. Blend it out. No lines, and I take it. And I don't just like to go in with it, no. I like to go in and scrape it off a little bit, put a little on my palm just to even it out, and then I go in. This just keeps the brightness of your under eye concealer bright, if that makes sense. I notice when I don't do this and I go straight in with a translucent powder, it like takes a little bit of my brightness away. And I don't like that. So I like to set it first with a face powder. Not only does this help keeping the brightness bright, it also helps with like your concealer moving, increasing, and running away. Just a little extra reinforcement for the concealer. This powder I like to go on with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. On the top, but then I like to scrape it off just to smooth it out. And then we're going over that same path. I say this a lot. I don't like greasy brows. I don't like my brows to look greasy or wet if the rest of my face is matte. And then I like to go in. This is also important. Make sure you get the inner corner of the side of your nose, especially if you have like a prominent nose bridge, like how I do, like it kind of sticks on. It sticks out. So you want to go in with the inner corner because that can be mistakenly left wet too. Now to set the bronzer or whatever, I like to go in with the NYX Buttermilk Bronzer in the shade Butter Off. She's super warm. Warning. She's super warm. A lot of people don't like this because of how warm it is. They say it looks like a blush. I don't know. Maybe it does. But I like it. And I just brush and blend. And while I'm brushing and blending my contour or whatever, I'm also making sure the powder from the highlight is in check, you know. I have to blend in between the lines, blend her out. Smaller, dense brush like this. This is Morphe. I think it is Morphe. This is the Morphe E10. I like to take a little bit of that. I like to go down, just not the entire nose, just the middle part here. Now we're not done with the bronzer. We're not done with the contour of the bronzer. Then I like to go in with the House Labs Power Scope Velvet Bronzer in the shade Deep Level 10. And I like to go just take a little bit on top of that bronzer. Just to add a little coolness. Not even coolness, like neutralness. We still look crazy, but we look a little better. Now to diffuse everything else. Okay, so after all that powder, I like to go in with an overall face powder. I like to use the Sephora Micro Smooth face powder in the shade Mahogany. And I'll take a fluffy brush, a super fluffy brush, like this. This is another wooden brush from Amazon, whatever. The Amazon, there's the name right there. It's called Leonji. And we're gonna brush all that powder off. And we're also blending everything together so it won't look so harsh and nasty and crazy. Okay, now I like to go in with a little bit of setting spray. Just a little. I like to go in with the Stay All Day Blue Light Micro Setting Mist. And just spray a little. She settled in. Now I like to bring my blush back to life. As you can see, you can still see a little bit of the blush. Just a little. It's very hidden, but it's there. So I'm going in with the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush in the shade She's Flush. It's kind of similar to this, kind of. It's a little more warm. It's a little more pinky. But we're going to fix that. To bring this color back, I'm going in with the Powder Blush version. It's the same shade Love, but in the powder form. As you can see, I tap it once because this can get a little crazy. Dab it right at the top. Brought the color back. And look at that. Now for eyes, I don't like to do a lot with my eyes on an everyday basis. No, not at all. I like to do my little eyeliner and call it a day. So the eyeliner, I like to use the KVD Tattoo Liner in the shade Max. And I pretty much wing my eyeliner. Pun intended. And I like to take this palette from Melt Cosmetics. Melt Cosmetics. It's the Bad Side Zodiac Fire palette, whatever. It's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, you know. And so I like to go on with this, and I like to take this brown shade, so I Revenge, right at the corner. I like to make that liner just a little smokier, so I go in and I brush over that. Like that. I don't know if you can tell the difference. She's a little smokier, she's a little more detailed. This is the Sephora Spice Market palette. It has a little eyeliner on it, but I like to take this white shade here and just go slightly on my inner corner, not too much. And a trick with lashes to make sure they stay on and don't be flopping all over the place is to put a layer on first, let it dry down just a little, and then put another layer on. And then you're good to go. Before the lashes, I forgot we have to use mascara, so I like to use the Too Faced Better Than Stalks mascara in the shade Chocolate, whatever, in chocolate shade, the chocolate one. I go with the same eyeliner, the Kat Von D eyeliner in the shade Max, whatever. I like to make little, you know, molds. So I have one here on my cheek already. I just like to bring that back. Okay, now lip combo. Lip combo varies. My lip combo is random. It varies. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I do that. But my go-to lip combo is I take a basic brown lip liner. This is the Talia Deluxe lip liner in the shade Cocoa. I like a little gloss, so I'm gonna go in with the NYX Duck Plump. This is like a lip plumping lip gloss. It hurts. It kind of hurts. And I'm gonna go over it. I'm gonna go over that. This is the finished makeup look. Get into it. I think my favorite thing about makeup is that all the little steps and little details and all that lead to something just super cool. Like all the little steps and different ways that I did things with my makeup made my face turn out like this. And that is awesome. I really hope you guys like this video because every time I do this makeup look, I think, Tiara, you really need to do a detailed version of this. You need to do a detailed version of this. You need to put it out in the world. And I did that. And I changed the universe. I really hope you guys liked the makeup look. I really hope you guys liked the video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. We'll see each other again in the next video.